What's up guys, ExxotikGaming here, back with another Pixel Gun 3D video, and today's video is another weapon comparison video. You guys seem to enjoy the weapon comparison that I did on the laser bow versus the laser bouncer, so we are going to be doing another one today. Today's weapon comparison is going to be between the Kaboom and the Toy Bomber, two very similar weapons, but they're also very different. Now before I get into this video, I would like to say this is a pre-recorded video. I am recording this on June 11th, 2016, so with that being said, make sure to leave a like if you guys do enjoy this video, and let's get right into this comparison. Going into the shop menu and looking at the stats of the Kaboom, we can see that this weapon has a 24 efficiency, an 87 firing rate, a 10 capacity, and a 120 mobility. Now, in contrast, looking at the Toy Bomber, we can see this weapon has a 24 efficiency as well. This weapon has an 84 firing rate, so a slightly slower firing rate. It has an 8 capacity, a slightly lower capacity, and a 120 mobility. Now, right off at the start here, and you don't looking at the actual special abilities of the weapon, you would assume that obviously the Kaboom would be a slightly better weapon considering it has better numbers. But like I always say in these weapon reviews and comparisons, do not base it off the numbers that the shop menu gives you, because they both have very unique special abilities. The Kaboom has a contact detonation special ability, which basically means when you fire the weapon, it has a very fast firing rate. It will basically let its little blasts or grenades sit there. They're basically TNT things. I should say TNT, even though it's kind of more resemblance of a grenade launcher. The TNTs basically sit there on the ground until somebody happens to walk over it. It will also basically explode if it does hit somebody, but it will sit there on the ground until somebody walks over the blast. So it's very efficient in a map like Coliseum, where it's a very small enclosed area and people are pretty much bound to walk across the little blasts. It's a very cool looking weapon as well, in my personal opinion. It looks like it would definitely be a very formidable thing that can take a lot of people out very quickly, and it certainly can. I mean, as you guys can see there, I just joined into the server and I already got 6 kills literally in about 30 seconds, and that's kind of what happens when you use the Kaboom. Now going over to the Toy Bomber, this weapon does not have a contact detonation damage, but rather it has the Ricocheting Abilities. So, in a map like Silent School, with enclosed hallways and stuff like that, you can have this weapon bounce off of multiple walls and kill people in ways that you would have never even thought were possible. This weapon does not have the contact detonation, which means it basically has a timed detonation, so it will explode at a certain time on somebody, regardless where and when you fire it from. It's probably, I'd say, around a half a second to a second from the time that you fire the weapon to the time that it explodes. I don't know the exact timing, but it is a specific time for every single shot that you fire unless it directly hits the player, and then it will explode on contact. It's a very good weapon as well, and as you guys can see in Coliseum, it's a very good map for this weapon, although I wouldn't say Coliseum is the absolute best map for this weapon. The best map I would probably say for this weapon would be something like Pool Party or Silent School, where there are some hallways that you can sneak up behind people and pretty much shoot them when they can't see you, because you have to use the Ricocheting ability to your best advantage. If you can do that, then you will find that this weapon can take people out when you are safe and you are not actually in direct combat with the other people. With the Kaboom, on the flip side, you have to pretty much be in direct combat with the people if you do want to be able to take the people out. Both of them are very good weapons though, and some of the best area damages weapons in Pixel Gun 3D. I mean, you guys can see in this video, I'm destroying pretty much every single person I encounter. That's a very common thing to have happen when you use the Kaboom and the Toy Bomber. Regardless which one you choose, both of these weapons are weapons where you can win matches when using them. That is a very important feature. You don't want to get a weapon if you can't win a match when using them. But with both of them, you can win matches when using them, and that is one of the best things with both of these weapons. Now going into the comparison, looking at the actual stats of the weapon here, you guys can see that they have pretty much the same firing rate, although the Kaboom has a slightly higher firing rate. It's pretty much unnoticeable when you are in a match, and if you went head-to-head, Kaboom versus Toy Bomber, you wouldn't really see that much of a difference in terms of the actual blast. So it really comes down to where and when you guys actually play the game. If you had a person with the Kaboom and a person with the Toy Bomber, and they stood right in front of each other and didn't move, and push down the firing button at the exact same time, the explosions would pretty much kill both people at the exact same time. So the actual stats of the weapon don't really have that much of a difference, not enough to really tell which one you should get. And it all really comes down to the actual playstyle of the people who are watching this video. If you are somebody who wants to go into a map like Coliseum, where every single time you see an enemy player, you will get right up close and personal, and you will pretty much go as close as you possibly can before you can find them, I would say the Toy Bomber is probably the better choice for you. If you are more of a strategic player in Pixel Gun 3D, hey, over 3,000 followers. If you are more of a strategic player in Pixel Gun 3D, where you don't necessarily every single time go right up next to the enemy players, but rather kind of see where they are and then try to bounce it off of walls and kill them in a more safe area, and not necessarily get a ton of kills, but a lot more rewarding, special looking kills, then I would probably say go with the Kaboom, because the Kaboom is one of those weapons which has the contact detonation, and it's honestly probably better for some of the... Did I actually screw that up? Never mind. Hold on. I said if you are one of the more strategic players, go for the Toy Bomber, and if you're one of the people that wants to get right up close and personal, go for the Kaboom. Honestly, it's really difficult to say not to get one over the other, because I would honestly get both of them if I did have the amount of coins and gems necessary for them. They are both fantastic weapons, and I mean, as you guys can see, in the servers that I am in right here in this Coliseum match, I'm literally getting way more kills than every other person in this server, and that's just kind of how things work when using this weapon. You will get a ton of kills, and a lot more kills than pretty much everybody else in this server. These weapons are weapons which can perform against all of the other area damage weapons in Pixel Gun 3D. You can use the Kaboom and kill people who have what's it called? The solar power cannon. Completely forgot the name there. You can take people who have the solar power cannon out, and that is a great feature with both of these weapons, and you can take pretty much anybody that you encounter out with both the Kaboom and the Toy Bomber. I mean, as you guys can see right here, both of them are very, very good weapons, and weapons which you will win matches when using. Honestly, if I was to choose a better looking weapon out of the two, I would have to say the Toy Bomber. The Toy Bomber looks a little bit better in my personal opinion, but looks don't always matter. It sometimes is a lot more important to look at the actual stats and the gameplay to really determine which weapon is better. And like I said, if you are somebody who is a very up-close and personal player who has to pretty much always go head-to-head with everybody, like the type of gameplay that I am having, probably best to stick with the Kaboom, because in a very close-range area, when you are in very close-range battle with other enemy players, it's pretty hard for them to avoid the little TNT things on the ground of the Kaboom, so it's going to be a very formidable weapon that will get you a lot of kills very, very quickly. I mean, as you guys can see right now, multi-kills are not a common, or they are a common occurrence when using this weapon. Ultra kills are not too far-fetched, and monster kills are things you can get when using these weapons. There are certain weapons in Pixel Gun 3D in a map like Coliseum where you just can't really get them when using the weapon. However, in these maps, you can. See, there's a perfect example, guys. I got 29 kills. The second place person got 14, and that's just how things work when using these weapons. You can get that many kills, and that's the great thing about both the Kaboom and the Toy Bomber. Now, that was a perfect example right there, that last kill that I got, of somebody who had actually walked over the detonation. It's a very good feature, and I definitely would recommend it in a map like Silent School. Honestly, Silent School might be the best for the detonation, despite the Toy Bomber working better than the Kaboom in Silent School. I would honestly say that one main hallway in Silent School is probably one of the absolute best areas for the contact detonation, just because you can spam your little Kaboom down the hallway and pretty much hit as many people as you want to with the actual person walking over the thing. You can pretty much fire all of your entire magazine down the hallway and then hide in the safety of a bathroom or something, and you can just watch and see you get all of those kills when using those weapons. Regardless which weapon you choose, you will get some great gameplay with them, guys, and do not worry if you have one of the weapons and you think you should have gotten the other. You can still easily get some of the greatest gameplay out there in Pixel Gun 3D, regardless which one you choose. I mean, as you guys can see, I'm just getting kill after kill after kill when using these weapons. Triple kill, ultra kill, monster kills. They're just things that you get when using these weapons, and especially in a map like Coliseum, where it's such a close-range map with such intense gameplay and encountering just so many people in a match. You can get some of the craziest kill streaks when using these weapons, and it's not even that crazy when you do that, honestly, because, like, even though I say it's crazy to get those kill streaks, they're just kind of common when using these weapons. They're not that honestly crazy when you get into a match and you start realizing that getting those monster kills aren't really that uncommon when using the weapons. I mean, what am I at right now? I think I was, that's an ultra kill, and it's just, you know, a common thing to see. There are other weapons in Pixel Gun 3D where, yeah, sure, when you use them, it's crazy to get a kill when using them, but that's not the case with this one. I think I got 3 people with one single shot when using that, and I got well over a monster kill when using that in that aspect. So, yeah, guys, I don't really have much else I need to say about the weapon. I already compared the two, and I said it's basically down to the special abilities of the weapons to determine which one you should probably get. If you want to have the more strategic weapon out of the two, go with the Toy Bomber, and if you want the more like spammy type of weapon, go for the Kaboom. The Kaboom is the weapon where in a map like Coliseum, it's going to work the absolute best. Really up close and personal, encountering every freaking person that you can possibly encounter, and killing them all right up close and personal before they have a chance to kill you. Now, both of these weapons are area damage weapons, and because of that, they're not going to really work too well at long range, so try not to get these weapons in long range matches because it's really not going to work out too much in your favor. So there's 25 kills, guys, and as you guys can see, I've been using these weapons the entire length of this video, and I've consistently won match after match when using them. That's just what you do when using these weapons. There's really no other way of saying it. You're gonna win matches when using both of these weapons. I love the reloading animations of these weapons as well. They look really cool in my personal opinion. They sound cool, and they're just an overall pretty decent design for the weapons. I like them. Obviously, they're not the best looking weapons ever in Pixel Gun 3D. I'd probably say the best looking weapon ever would be the Loud Piggy, but it is still, they are both very good looking weapons and some of my more favorite ones currently, at least for competitive gameplay in Pixel Gun 3D. I won't use them if I'm just playing Pixel Gun for fun, because I do feel like when using these weapons, they are a little newbie and kind of overpowered, but if I am in a match and I seriously want to win, I will probably take out my Toy Bomber or my Kaboom and finish the job and get a win against the other people in the match. They're a great weapon, guys, and that's pretty much it for my comparison between the two. So I don't have much else I need to say, guys, so I'm just going to begin my outro here. Like I said, this is a pre-recorded video, and hopefully my voice is going to still hold up through this video and a couple of others. I have pre-recorded a ton of videos on June 11th. You guys have heard and seen all of my most recent videos uploaded to my channel, all uploaded on June 11th, and I'm still hanging in there with a couple more pre-recorded videos. Hopefully I'm going to be able to do tonight, and I guess we're just going to see how many I'm going to actually get recorded. So yeah, make sure to leave a like if you guys do enjoy this video. If for all else, make sure to leave a like for me consistently winning match after match after match, okay? If you wanted to see good gameplay in this video, you got good gameplay in this video. This is probably some of the best gameplay I have ever gotten, pretty much in any Pixel Gun video I have ever uploaded. So if this wasn't good gameplay, I don't know what to say. So hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Make sure to comment down below which weapon comparisons you guys would like to see next. A few people had suggested this one, although I did want to do this one well before I even told people to suggest me to do a random weapon comparison, so this has been something that's been on my mind ever since both of these weapons have been introduced, and I finally got the time to do the comparison today. And I might honestly even do another comparison video pre-recorded today, depending on how much time I do have. I like doing these weapon comparisons because it really sets a decision for people, and it makes it a lot easier for people to determine between two weapons to really see which one is better out of the two. So hopefully this thing was helpful, guys, and hopefully you can base your decision off of the maps that you go into. If you're somebody who goes into Coliseum a majority of the time, Like I said, Kaboom is the weapon of choice, and if you're somebody who goes into silent school all the time, pool party all the time, the Toy Bomber is probably the better choice for you. So, with that being said, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. I would really mean a lot if you guys did. And I don't think I'm going to get one more kill in this match. Yes, the match is ended, and I got another victory. Victory and victory and victory again. That's just what happens when using these weapons, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to end it on this note. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to go check out the other weapon comparisons I have posted to my channel. And with that being said, thank you all for watching again. I've said that like 3 times already. And I'll see you all in the next episode.